So as an artist or a shop owner, whenever somebody presents a portfolio to me, I'm looking at a bunch of different things. So I'm looking at how well they execute the tattoo. I'm looking at proper technique, if they chewed up the skin or if they laid the line properly, if they shaded it properly, if the shading is hatchy, if it's spotty, if it's properly saturated, if you're working with color, making sure you're using the right color for the right spots. I'm looking at the actual execution on the tattoo. But when you are going into a shop looking for an apprenticeship or anything of that sort to meet new people, I'm looking at your attitude. You can have shitty work, not shitty work, you can have lower than average work and a super good mindset, and I'm gonna take you over somebody with a shitty mindset but really good work. If you're approaching a professional tattoo artist or a shop to go under their wing or apprentice under, the biggest thing I would say is mindset over portfolio. But if you're focusing on the portfolio, make sure you have as many pieces as you can in there. A lot of people think don't put your first pieces in there because they're not gonna be the best work. It's important to have some of your first pieces in your portfolio with dates and times. That's why I tell people use your Instagram or your social media as your portfolio, because they could see the dates and they could see when you first started and when that piece is from. So me looking at somebody's portfolio, seeing shitty work, it's not always a bad thing, because if that's from 2 years ago and I see your progress to now, I know how quick you learn and how quick you improve. So have all of your work lined up in your portfolio, whether it's paperback or if it's on Instagram or any social media. I would prefer social media personally because it's date stamped. Have everything, don't hold anything back, because seeing improvement is huge. Me just seeing what you could do now doesn't really help me if it took you 5 years to get to that point. But if it took you 1 year to get from shit to really good, that's important for me to know, because I know how well you're willing to learn and how receptive you are to learning and changing your style and taking risk. There really isn't a lot of legality behind creating a portfolio, if I'm being honest. There is legality becoming a professional tattoo artist, and depending on your state, there's different regulations. Like for example, in New York, in this section of New York, this county of New York, all you need is a bloodborne pathogen and a first aid. Once you have those two certifications through American Red Cross or any service that provides these certifications, once you have those two certifications, technically you are a tattoo artist in this county of New York. However, in New York City, in any of the 5 boroughs and Albany County, you need to actually go take a license test. I'm licensed in Albany County, so for instance, what I had to do, I had to show my bloodborne pathogen, I had to show my first aid. Once I showed both of those certifications, they sat me down for a 75-question test, which had nothing to do with the actual quality of tattooing. It's just a sanitary standard test. In other states, you have to then go and apprentice under somebody for X amount of years. Like in Jersey, I don't know if it changed recently, but you need to have 1,000+ hours underneath a professional licensed tattoo artist in order for you to then become a tattoo artist as well. Legally becoming a tattoo artist differs state to state. So what I would say is look up your state's regulations and then go deeper and look up your county's regulations. But most of the time you just go into your county. Where did I go? I went to Albany County's courthouse, and they told me what to do from there. Luckily, that's where they took the test. You just have to go to your town's directory and they will tell you exactly how to go about becoming a licensed tattoo artist in your state.